What's up, guys? Your boy Benny in the news business. It's great to be able to predict the future. And I'm not saying that I have a crystal ball, but we do have a lot of great friends. One of them is Candace Owens. And the other night, Candace Owens and I were at a UFC fight. And we sat next to each other and we got a chance to talk and chat and laugh. And, well, I asked her what's up professionally. And she said, stay tuned. Big things are going to happen. Stay tuned. So we had our antenna up for something to go down between her and the Daily Wire. We weren't sure exactly what it was going to be, but we've been sort of telegraphing this for a very long time. And now we know, ladies and gentlemen, that Candace Owens and the Daily Wire have parted ways. Obviously, the story that broke the internet. Here's Candace Owens and our favorite president right there at UFC. And, ladies and gentlemen, less than a week later, the rumors are true. I am finally free. Candace Owens tweets about the news of her leaving the Daily Wire. Now, again, I think that this has been a long time in the making, quite frankly. And if you have been paying attention to all the signals, then you can kind of guess where this was headed. Babylon Bee obviously making fun of this event. Daily Wire quietly cancels the upcoming Little Mermaid remake starring Candace Owens. Jeremy Boring tweeting this morning, Daily Wire and Candace Owens have ended their relationship. This tweet getting a lot of play and a lot of reactions here. Good for her. You guys suck anyway. I thought the Daily Wire was about free speech. Massive L for the Daily Wire. Very Hollywood move from the Daily Wire. I just ended my subscription, people are saying. I might actually like Candace now. Wanted to crush Disney only to become them. And there it is. Uh-oh. Okay. So, tell you what, a lot of people saying effectively they saw this coming, right? And that's a fact. That's kind of where I am. So what is Candace Owens up to now? Well, we think we know. We're pretty sure we think we know. Pretty sure. As we have been the ones reading the tea leaves from day one, you can sort of see it in what Candace is saying and in Candace's first video back. This is my personal YouTube page. She tweets, I'll be bringing the show back after a brief hiatus. Please take a moment to subscribe to the new channel. So Candace Owens will be doing something on an independent level with her new channel. But not only that, Candace Owens has dropped a video on her locals page explicitly saying what she's up to and what her plans are. Have a listen.
Guys, it's Candace. The rumors are true. I am free. Welcome to my locals page. So much to talk about. Obviously, I'm going to take a couple of weeks here just to rebuild and to refocus and to create something that is actually mine and something that can't be threatened or taken because it belongs to me. I can't tell you enough how much your support has meant to me over the years. We're just getting started. Join the locals page. Obviously here you can support me and my work as an independent journalist, as an independent podcaster. We're still going to be doing 5 days a week. There'll be tons of announcements coming in the next couple of weeks. And I guess the last thing I want to say is thank you. And for those of you that don't want to be on locals and just want to support in any capacity, you can head to gocandace.com. Thank you guys.
So Candace Owens is saying, I will be bringing my show back 5 days a week. You got to sign up for my personal YouTube page. And I have a bunch of announcements to make. We think we know what's going on here. We think we know. We follow a lot of the news. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let's pop back over here to X, where Dave Rubin is saying that Daily Wire and Candace Owens parted ways. I predicted this yesterday on the PBD podcast. Oh, interesting. Patrick Bet David podcast. Valuetainment. Isn't that the same guy that just had Candace Owens and Chris Cuomo on for a debate? Isn't that the same guy that just said he's going to be expanding massively? Isn't this the same guy that just hired Chris Cuomo after the Candace Owens debate? Who just tweeted, if you don't take care of great talent, someone else will? Patrick Bet David. No, we like Patrick Bet David. I got no beef with this guy. I think this guy's pretty cool. I got no problem with him. I think it's pretty base too. But Patrick Bet David is sitting here sort of doing a Patrick Bet David's doing a victory lap here. Check it out. Haven't checked the news today. Any major news today? Oh, got it. All right, buddy. Okay, pal. And then obviously tweeting a video of him saying, the future looks bright, that you're going to win by being strong mentally and emotionally and not being defeated. Sort of like a telegraphed message for Candace. The enemy can't stand an optimistic and fearless opponent. They want you to feel defeated, both mentally and emotionally. The way you win is by staying internally paranoid while believing the future looked bright. So, outward projected appearances there by PBD. PBD was also, of course, with Candace at UFC. Check this out. Dude, come on. It's too easy. It's too easy. This is where she's going. Candace Owens, in an interview that dropped this morning, said effectively that Ben Shapiro can't fire her, which leads me to believe that Candace Owens worked with the Daily Wire effectively to just get out of the contract, right? Have a listen.
The way that you and Ben Shapiro are able to disagree, but then I guess still have a business relationship, because I saw him recently tell you, I think it was maybe a few months ago, he told you to quit over your Israel coverage, your Palestine-Israel coverage.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Well, he told me, the tweet that he responded to was actually just some biblical passages.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought that it was me saying that I had to choose money over I don't know how we interpret it, but it was definitely not. I just meant it as peace, calling for peace, because, there was a video circulating of him calling me a disgrace and a faux professional or whatever it was. And I decided to choose peace. And then when I chose peace, he responded to the peace with not peace.
So why wouldn't he just fire you?
Well, as I explained on Tucker Carlson's show, Ben doesn't have the power to fire me.
So let's go to that show. Here's Candace explaining.
There isn't much of a background. I saw the video when everybody else saw it when I woke up.
No one warned you about it.
Nobody warned me about it. It looks like maybe he didn't know he was being recorded. It looks like it was some sort of a private event. I got no clarity on the issue that he was particularly speaking on. And in what was said, I can't respond to it beyond what he's saying, because it's just ad hominem attacks. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not, we disagree, or I don't think she's correct, or maybe she doesn't know what she's talking about. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah, exactly. And so I can't respond to it on a level of intellect, because there's nothing that he has expressed at least in that short clip, that he fundamentally disagrees with in terms of what I said. But I will say that I'm not going to respond with the same ad hominem attacks. Yes. I don't think it helps further discussion. And if that was me that was caught on a video saying that about colleagues that I work with, I would be embarrassed. So I think that the video speaks more to Ben's character than it speaks to mine.
Has he texted you to apologize or explain or anything?
No, nothing. I haven't heard a single word. It just was sort of something that he said. And you know what? Ben and I have many disagreements, so I don't think that that's particularly something that's interesting. We disagreed on the COVID vaccine. We disagree on Ukraine and Russia. He has taken virtually every stance that has been the opposite of mine.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, what we are talking about here is Candace Owens posting scripture here, saying in part, no one can serve two masters. Either you'll hate one or love the other, or you'll be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. Candace Owens quoting Christ there, quoting the scriptures there. Ben Shapiro responding in a very curious way, saying, Candace, if you feel like taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit. And Candace saying, you're utterly out of line for suggesting that I cannot quote biblical scripture. The Bible is not about you. Oh, boy. Okay. Yikes. I mean, that's when I knew it was all over, right? That's when I knew it was all over. And so that's why I asked Candace about it. But what seems to me to be the absolute most likely scenario is right here. PBD, Candace Owens, that's going to be some type of, that she's going to have her own independent thing, and then it's going to be sort of powered by valuetainment. That's what I think. That's sort of what I think. Obviously, the battles between them have been pretty fierce, and have been things that have been, battles between Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens have been quite vociferously covered in the press. And the final thing I'll say is that Candace Owens has been telling us for weeks that this is going to happen, if you've been paying attention. Here are some of the tweets from just a few days ago. I am grateful they have turned the smear merchants' guns on me. The world already knows my hearts. The attack will have the opposite of the desired effect, awaken world. Thank you, ADL. I love this year. I love the merchants of smear just keep exposing themselves. The narratives are getting more and more absurd. We will delight in their collapse. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen. So Candace has been saying it, and even one of her last shows at the Daily Wire, Candace Owens effectively just kind of signed off for her audience and said, see ya. And here it is.
In a few weeks, I will be out to Israel and I will be out to Gaza, and I will be able to report to you guys what it is that I actually see. But I also want to say this because it's so important. I am Team God. Okay? I'm Team God. I do not fear the media. I do not fear journalists. I do not fear AIPAC. I don't fear Big Pharma. What I actually fear is God. I think that one day we are all going to have to account for the things that we have done and the things that we have said. And I want to make sure that I am not a person that is parroting lies. The fear of losing your job, encouraging some people to spit out lies, I don't think that works in the end. Right? I think you got to check your priorities. And so with that said, I want to thank everybody who has been on this journey with me, people that have supported me. I especially want to thank all of the Jewish people that have been in the comments saying how outraged they are. And I know that it is especially difficult for you guys right now because you are being smeared, you know? I mean, I'm not going to go away. I'm going to use my God-given voice to talk about the things that are important for me. And I'm just asking to be left alone, or at least just report the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today. But don't worry, because we will see you tomorrow for a brand new episode.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's that. That's what I believe. Some people are saying she's going to join Tucker Carlson. I don't see any indication of that, even though the two of them like each other a lot. She's gonna. I think that's the move. I think that's what's going to happen. She's going to partner up with PBD. But what do you think? And then she's going to like stay independent. She's going to stay like fiercely independent, grow her own stuff, and grow it outside of sort of the, you know, mega company that is the Daily Wire, that, as we've seen through contract disputes before, sort of own and operate your social media, right? And so she's going to then grow her own, she's going to grow her own brand, and she's going to own her own brand. That's what I think. Let me know what you think below. Ladies and gentlemen, all the best to Candace. We have huge respect for her. Unite and win. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay base.